Hi everyone, Sherry here from Cooking with Sherry. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Redmond Toaster. They sent this to me to show you and give you a review on it, and I'm even going to make a few things in this toaster. Comes in this really pretty box with the red toaster on it. Let's see what's inside. Well, it definitely isn't a red toaster. So inside the box is this beautiful yellow toaster. It kind of reminds you of kind of retro-like, the shape and the color. It's a very beautiful yellow. This also comes with the toaster heat setting level diagram. This toaster has 6 levels, so it shows what the toast will look like with each different level, from light to dark. That way, when you go to use it the first time, you know what level to set it on. I myself am more of a level 2 type person, and I believe my husband, he'd either be 4 or 5. He likes his darkers. I like mine a little bit lighter. So we can adjust that each time we want to use it and, both be happy. This also comes with a manual which will explain the care and maintenance of your toaster. It also goes over all of the features that this toaster has. If after watching this video and you're interested in it, check out the description box down below. There will be a link to this toaster, plus for a limited time a 5% coupon using the coupon code. Let's go over some of the features of this toaster. What's really nice, and it's a safety feature, is this is your toaster knob. You put your toast in and you pull the lever down. The safety feature is if it's not plugged in, it does not stay down. So you need to plug in your toaster and then push that down. It will lock into place and it will toast your bread. And this is the toaster guide. It goes from 1 to 6, 1 being the lightest, 6 being the darkest. And depending on the type of bread that you have, or whether you use it for bagels or English muffins, depends on the setting. White breads would be at a lighter setting, and like your rye would be at a darker setting. And here are 3 buttons over here. We have cancel, bagel, and defrost. The first one, cancel, if you are toasting your toast and it's getting too dark and you want to stop it from toasting, just hit the cancel button and then that will stop the toasting. And this is the bagel button, made specifically for bagels. Most toasters have the wide slots to put your bagels in, but with this button, it only cooks on one side. It is a very cool feature. I'm excited to try that out. So the last button is the defrost button. And that was really interesting. I've never heard of a defrost button on a toaster before. But a lot of people freeze their bread. They buy it in bulk and they freeze their bread. And they don't want to have to sit there and wait for it to thaw out before they can use it. You can take a slice or two, put it in your toaster, set your guide to what you want it for, light to dark, and hit the defrost button. And what this does, it will defrost the bread first, and then it will toast it according to the toasting guide. How cool is that? I'm really, really excited to use this, so let's go over to the counter and try it out. And one other feature that I forgot to mention is the crumb tray. And you just pull that out and empty it, wipe it down. If you wash it, make sure it's dry before you put it back in for safety reasons. They recommend that you empty that out after every time, just so crumbs do not pile up and accumulate. It loses its efficiency if you've got crumbs piling up. Okay, my toaster is officially plugged in. And I'm not going to do all 6 of the guides. I'll do 1, 3, and either 5 or 6. I'm using an oat bread, and like it states in the manual, different breads will have different darkness results. So we'll see. So I have it set on number 1. Push down the lever, and the cancel light is lit up, so if it starts to get too dark, you can hit the cancel, and then it will stop the toasting. So here it is, very lightly toasted. And of course the bread is a darker color anyway, but it is just more or less warmed up. Both sides look the same. Now let's do it, change it to level 3. Same thing. Put in the toast. Push down the lever. The cancel light comes on. All right. So then it is a little bit lighter toasted. Again, this is a darker bread. And that is close to what it would be for an oat bread. Both of them are toasted the same. Now let's do level 6. Turn it to 6. Push down the lever. Now this one is supposed to be like almost burnt. I'm sure this one won't be as bad because it has a denser bread. If you use white bread, I'm sure it'll get a lot darker. All right. So that is what it's supposed to look like. I think it looks more like that. But again, that's because it's a darker, denser bread. But it did toast evenly on both sides and on both pieces of toast. So far, I'm really liking this. So I want to try level 3 with some white bread, and then I want to compare the looks of the white bread and the oat bread. So I have 2 pieces of white bread here. Now this is thinner and smaller, and it has more sugar content in it. So that's all going to determine the color of the bread. So here is the toast. It is a lot closer to the picture. And that just shows you that you have to adjust to your liking. So this is just a guide. It depends on your bread and what kind it is and the thickness of it as to what color it is, but that just kind of gives you a general idea. So what if you don't want 2 pieces of bread? We'll just try 1 slice. I'm going to do it on 2. We haven't tried 2 yet. So here it is, level 2. It is the same on both sides, and it is a little bit stiffer than number 1, but it's still just barely toasted. I mean, it's still pliable. So here I have 2 slices of the oat bread. I had it in the freezer, so I can try the defrost. And you can hear it's hard. Stick them in there. Set it at the level that you want, which I set, well, it's between 3 and 4. Push that down and then hit the defrost button. And what that's going to do is it's going to defrost it first. After it defrosts, then it will cook on level 4. And it takes a little bit longer because it does have to defrost the bread first. So there it is. It is nice and hot. It is toasted. So next is the bagel feature. I have these bagels here. And this is a really cool feature too because it only toasts on one side. My husband and I disagree about which side should be toasted. He would like his toasted on the inside. I would like mine toasted on the outside. The inside elements don't heat up, just the outside ones. So I'm going to put mine in, cut side in, against the side that does not heat up, so I can get the back side toasted. I'm also going to take and put it in on this side the way my husband would like it. The back side of the bagel is against the side that don't heat up, and then the cut side is facing the side that should toast it. So I got it set between 2 and 3. Push the knob down and hit the bagel button. So it is on his side, it is toasted. It's not very dark because it's a thicker, denser. If you want it darker, just turn up the guide. And this one is soft on this side, it is not toasted. Now on the way I like it, it's soft on the inside and it is toasted on the outside. So whichever your preference, you can do it either way and you only get one side toasted. Delicious. The last thing I want to show you, English muffins. So I shook off all the excess crumbs. I have it set at 2.5. I don't want it real dark because I will be making like an egg McMuffin. All right. So it is warmed up, little bit toasted, but not super brown, and that's the way I like it. I don't know what they use for sauce or if they use anything for sauce. But there's my egg, my cheese, and a piece of Canadian bacon, and put the top on. So let's go back to the table and I'll give my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts on this Redmond toaster? I really like it. What I really like about it is the fact that it can do oat bread, and this is level 6. It can do white bread at level 3, just like the pictures, or pretty close to the pictures. A really good feature is the defrost feature. As you saw, it was frozen solid and it came out perfectly toasted, nice and hot when it came out. The bagel feature is my favorite feature. It only toasts on one side and it comes out perfect, just the way I like it. And then it also does English muffins. I made myself an egg McMuffin. That is really, really good. The English muffin is toasted just the way I like it. It's warmed up, wasn't too hard. You know, you can actually get in and get a bite without it crunching all over the place and losing crumbs all over the place. And that's one thing I don't like about having anything toasted dark. But that's my opinion. They give you options from light to dark. So it's perfect. So would I recommend this? Absolutely. The two unique features, the defrost feature and the bagel feature, are well worth it. Plus you get the different levels. So however you like your toast, you'll be happy. So what I want to mention is all breads are not created equal. Different sugar content, different thicknesses. Wheat, oat, white, so they're all going to toast it a little bit differently. That toaster guide is just a guide. So when you get this, just try it out and find the level that you like. So if you're interested in this toaster, there will be a link down below with the 5% coupon code. So go down to my description and check that out. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.